There's a bee. Good evening. Welcome to Grandpa's armchair. I dyed my hair yesterday back to brown, and I got a notification from Facebook that said it was 7 years exactly to the day since I had dyed my hair for the very first time. I saw that as a sign that I should probably go back and look at all of my fun hair colours, and maybe the not so fun ones, and rate them on a scale of 1 to 10. I'm going to be inserting pictures, obviously, and I think this is going to be a really interesting thing to do because I've never really thought about them that much since I did them. I went back to brown because I was getting bored of having my brown roots come through every 4 to 6 weeks. And for some reason, it always lined up perfectly with my luteal phase, and I just felt awful about myself. I decided I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to have to keep dyeing it red because it looks really good for about a week and then it goes really dull and then it fades into a really awkward kind of orange that doesn't suit me at all. And I just figured it was time to go back to brown for a little bit. So I think we should just get straight into it, to be honest. I'm going to start with, obviously, the 25th of June, 2018, which was the day I dyed my hair for the very first time by myself, and I dyed it bright purple. I had just finished my GCSEs. I was going into sixth form, which felt like a moment that I should celebrate in some way, and for me that was dyeing my hair. I really liked the way it looked. Because I'd done it over my brown hair, it wasn't too bright, but when the sun shone on it, it was really, really pretty. I really liked it. I only have pictures of it with Snapchat filters on them because that was the era. I'm gonna give it like a solid 8 out of 10, actually. I would do it again, but it faded. That particular one faded into like a really awkward kind of green, which was weird, but I think it's because I had some highlights going on that just clung to the blue in the dye. It was cute, but it's not me anymore. So I left it for a really long time after that, and it faded back to my natural colour, and this is the only picture I have of my natural hair colour that is not just a picture of me as a toddler. This is a photo taken of me hiking with my friends in Derbyshire. I'm not going to rate my natural hair colour because I feel like that would be mean to myself because there's nothing I can do about it. That is the way it is. So here it is. This is what it looks like for anyone who's curious. Because some people think I'm naturally ginger, and honestly, I'm going to take that as a compliment. I do think I have a ginger aura about myself. I think I'm ginger on the inside. On the outside, I'm whatever this is. Maybe auburn. What is auburn? What does that actually look like? After that, we hit 2020, and I was halfway through my second year of A-levels and preparing for my exams, but I didn't get to do any proper exams because COVID hit in March. I actually was sent home from school early because I lived with my grandparents, and so in the 2 days whilst I was at home and everyone was at school, I bleached my hair blonde because I didn't know what else to do with myself. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of liked it. I didn't go anywhere near my roots because I was scared, and so there was like an inch of brown left, but that's okay. I want to say this was like the door opening. I'm gonna give the way it looks like a 6 out of 10. The doors it opened for me push it up to a 7, so I'm gonna say 6.5. About 2 months into lockdown, I got a bit carried away with the kitchen scissors and chopped all of my hair off into this pseudo pixie cut that was like round. I thought it was cute at the time, and I think looking back, it suited who I was then. So as soon as I'd cut it, I was like, this is my time to do loads of fun colours. I can do what I want. I think I dyed it half and half, one side lilac and then the other side like an attempt at a pastel turquoise, which very quickly faded to green, but I didn't hate it. And this is the only good picture I can find, and you can't even see the green half. So I'm gonna give it like a 7 out of 10. After that, I dyed it a few more fun colours while it was short, but I got bored pretty quickly because I was having to do it really regularly. Because my hair was short, I was washing it more often, and so the colours were just fading really quickly. So I dyed it brown again. It could have been a lot worse. I don't think I matched the brown on my ends to my roots very well. I think I went for a cooler brown than I should have done because the brown that I had naturally was on the redder side. I'm gonna give it like a 5. She tried. After that, I got bored and bleached it again. I don't have evidence for that in my camera roll, but I'm pretty sure it's on my TikTok, so if you want to go and look for it, be my guest. You'll be scrolling for a while, and I don't think the results will be worth your time. So after that, I did this weird attempt at like a Narcissa Malfoy moment without really knowing much about who she is, because I'm gonna be honest, not the biggest Harry Potter fan. Anyway, this was when I started looking for jobs because lockdown was lifting enough for me to actually go and work. This is the photo that I put on my CV because I'd never made a CV before and I didn't know whether I needed one. I think it kind of suited me and I think it looked quite cute. So I'm gonna say, honestly, maybe a 7, even a 7.5 out of 10. Guess who got bored again? I, whilst working at Argos, decided, because it was not in the company policy to have a natural hair colour, that I would just go all out and bleach my entire head again and go half and half pink and blue. It was cute, but I don't see myself doing that again. I like the way this looks looking at this picture, but I will say also I used to wear a lot more makeup than I do now. So I think without makeup I did look a little bit weird. So I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. That faded to, honestly, kind of an ugly shade of green on one side and an alright shade of mauve on the other. Why is half of the hair green and the other half of that one side is a nice blue? What is happening? So I dyed it on the 28th of November and this is on the 9th of December. Not worth it. Not even 2 weeks later and it's looking like this. Don't do it. After that came unicorn hair. I liked unicorn hair and honestly looking back at pictures of it, it was kind of a serve. Unicorn hair, I'm gonna give her an 8.5. I really liked it and would do it again if I could be bothered to bleach my curls again, but I don't think they deserve that kind of treatment. They've been through enough. And then after that, I think I topped it up with a pastel pink, which I thought was quite cute, and I think it did suit me. I think pink hair did actually kind of suit me a little bit. I'm gonna give her a 7 out of 10. I like her. I think she's cute. Don't ask me why I did this, but I went full blue after that. Honestly, I think it's a really nice shade of blue. I just don't think it suits me. I like Coraline a little bit too much, and I think I just wanted to be her. I also didn't bleach my roots properly, if at all, actually, so I just dyed the blue over what I had going on. So the roots are looking a little bit green because it's over some brown hair, but the vibrancy of the blue is fine, so I'm gonna give it a 6. I liked the blue, but as soon as it started fading to green, I used a colour remover on it and dyed it pink again. I just liked the pink. I just kept going back to it because it was cute. Okay, so I'm gonna give this pink, again, like a 7 out of 10. I think it's a cute shade of pink. I think I was hitting the right shades. And then I got a little bit bored of the pink, no surprise there, and dyed it this lilac colour, which I also don't hate. I'm gonna give it a 6, because I don't like the lilac as much as I like the pink. And then after that, I don't know why I did this. I don't know what gave me the patience. I must have seen something on Pinterest. That's the only way I can justify going to this much trouble. But I sectioned my hair into probably 16 plus sections and dyed each one a different colour, so I ended up with this rainbow hair moment situation. Honestly, a 7.5, maybe even an 8. It's kind of cute. Don't ask me why I look like that. Don't look at my face. Just look at the hair, okay? The hair is cute and the curls are still kind of curling, so it does look quite fairy-like, and I do quite like that. So, yeah. Okay. Got bored again. And I dyed it brown. I think the rainbow hair was probably like a last hurrah before just going back to something that was a lot more low maintenance. I'm gonna give it a 7 because I let that last for a long time. Okay, so when I say a long time, what I actually mean is like 2 months. 2 months have gone by and I've said, my hair's not whimsical enough. I need to bleach part of my fringe and one eyebrow and dye them Shrek green. It was cute for about 5 minutes until I realized that when my eyebrow faded and was no longer green, I looked like I had one eyebrow. Maintenance-wise, not a serve. Whimsy-wise, a little serve. A minor slay. I'm gonna give this a 6.5. When the green faded, I dyed my eyebrow back and dyed the blonde bit of my fringe bright pink because I wanted to. This particular pink, this is a bit bright for me, so I'm gonna say a 6. I liked the blonde half fringe moment. It was quite cute. I kept it for a while. This particular situation, I'm giving a 5, to be honest. I then went to a hairdresser for the first time since I was 15 or 16. And I was really, really nervous because I'd been doing my hair myself this whole time. But they did a really good job. They darkened the brown and evened it out, and they gave me a much blonde bit in the half fringe, and I really liked it. I thought it was really cute. I am gonna give that, like, honestly, an 8. I think I'd love to see what it would look like with my long hair now, because it wasn't just the half bit of the fringe, it was also a little bit of my side bits, and you can see them kind of blending into the brown bit, and I really like the way that looks. So that's getting an 8. Guess who got bored again? This is the single worst decision I have ever made with my hair, because it fried my curls so badly that it has taken them years to recover. Picture this. It's the 21st of November, 2021. I am getting bored of the brown hair. I want some fun and whimsy back in my life. So I go, it can't be that hard to bleach over salon dyed brown hair. I'm just going to do a bleach bath on my hair for about 3 hours. I remember getting out of the shower after having rinsed the bleach off, attempting to scrunch my curls up with the water, and nothing happened. They stayed straight. And I remember that feeling of my stomach dropping and just thinking, oh my God, what have I done? To make matters worse, my dad and I were going to the cinema that night to see Last Night in Soho. Banging film, by the way. So I'm sitting there in my room, trying my best not to hyperventilate because my curls are dead. The hair is yellow. It's not blonde at all. It's awful. I've tried to tone it, which I think might have been what killed the curls more than anything. And I have to leave for the cinema in like an hour and a half. So I'm going, what can I do to fix this as quickly as possible? I know. I'll dye it pink. And you know what? I think that was a good save because it did look quite good. This looks quite cute. My curls took so much work to get them to actually be curly every morning that this is still to this day my biggest hair regret. I'm giving the experience a 1 out of 10, but I'm giving the final look a 7. Anyway, moving on. After that, I said, do I really want to continue to have pink hair, or would I like to have a natural-ish colour for a while? So this is the first time I dyed my hair ginger. As an experience, good. Big redemption from the frying of the curls. I'm gonna give it, honestly, an 8. So after that, I had had a taste of what it was like to be ginger, but decided I wasn't ready to fully commit yet. So I went back brown for a while, and I started doing these little plaits in my hair with little beads in them, and they were really fun. This was good. This was cute. My curls were starting to recover a little bit, so there was a natural wave to it again, which I liked. So I'm gonna give this like an 8.5. I let that brown fade for ages. This is the 1st of June 2022. This is the first Pride Month that I think I actually celebrated, like actively celebrated, because I had come out as gay 3 years prior, but hadn't really allowed myself to sit properly in that identity. So this was a very happy month for me. Hey, happy Pride, by the way. I'm gonna give this a 6.5. Then I realised it had faded a lot and got really bored, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna go dark brown. I think I was trying to match my eye colour. My curls were definitely starting to come back, which is a really nice thing to have seen after, what, 8 to 9 months of having dead, stringy curls. So it was nice to start seeing ringlets again. I'm going to give this a 7. After that brown faded, I finally decided maybe I should try ginger hair dye again. So I did, and it faded really nicely, to be honest. This is a really cute picture of me with my dog Banjo. Love him very much. And as you can see, the curls are starting to thrive again. This is the beginning of my healthier hair era and my ginger era. So I'm going to give this like an 8.5. After that, I don't know why I did this. In January of 2023, I said, what if I dyed the ends of my hair blue? Yeah, what if? Oh, maybe it'll go blue, and then it'll fade to a really awkward green again, Amber. You know better than that. Did I do it anyway? Yeah. Do I have almost no photos of myself looking like that? Yeah, for good reason. This is what it looked like. You can just about see it on the ends. I'm gonna give this hair color like maybe a 4. Guess who got bored again? I don't know why I can't just let a good thing be a good thing without feeling like I have to have something better. I, for some reason, in the middle of having lovely ginger hair, decided I'm gonna dye it dark brown, but I'm gonna bleach the underside of it and dye that pink. I don't know why I did that. It didn't look cute enough to justify getting rid of the ginger. I'm gonna give it like a 6. After that, I finally came to my senses, let that fade, and dyed it ginger again. And this was what my hair looked like on tour. Honestly, the curls were the healthiest they had been in years. I was happy with how it looked at the time, and I'm happy with how it looks when I look back at these photos. And I'm also really proud of myself because I made the wings that I'm wearing on my back in this photo. And I still have them. I'm gonna give this hair color probably a 9 out of 10. This is what it looked like when I straightened it, which I hadn't done for ages. So this was a really weird moment for me, actually, seeing what it looked like straight. But I do really still like the color, and I'm gonna continue giving it a 9. It's a good hair color on me, and I fooled a lot of people. A lot of people thought it was my natural hair color. This is now January of 2024. Then, for some reason, less than a month later, I said, but what if it was maroon? What if I dyed my hair burgundy? I don't think I would do it again, because it was cute for the winter, but I think if I dyed my hair that color during the summer, I don't know if it would suit me very much. So it looked good while I was pale. I'm gonna give the maroon like a 7 out of 10. It was fine. It faded actually into quite a nice reddy brown though. Look how tight my ringlets are at the bottom there. I like that. I think it's cute. Then after that, there's like a huge jump because I just started dyeing it ginger again. I'm giving this a 9 out of 10, maybe even a 9.5. I felt like myself with this hair color, and I'm wearing the shirt I'm wearing right now in this photo. I've just realized. September of 2024, I decided to dye my hair a darker brown because I was trying to match the color of my eyes again, but it went like a really reddy brown, which I didn't expect it to do. There's a video of me dyeing my hair this color on my YouTube channel if you want to go and watch it. In the video, you can see me realizing how red it is, but I didn't hate it, and it faded out into a nicer brown. So I'm gonna give this hair color like a 7 actually. This is the hair color that I had on the cover of my EP Crumbs, which you can listen to on all platforms if you want. At the beginning of March 2025, I saw this pin and I said, I want that. So I dyed purple over my gingerish, reddish brown hair, which looking back was not a good idea because it went this weird magenta-y red colour, which I didn't hate, but it wasn't exactly what I wanted. I think I actually shampooed my hair extra times so that it would fade faster because I was just kind of over that colour. But I did take this picture right here, right where I'm sitting, except I was standing up. Anyway, I'm giving this hair colour like a 5.5. It didn't look exactly like the Pinterest pin, and I got very sad. After I'd forced that to fade faster than it was supposed to, I decided to go ginger again. No surprise there. I'm gonna give this hair colour a 9 out of 10 again. I really like the way this looks on me. The only reason I have let it go is because my brown roots come through and it just looks not good. That was the last time that I dyed my hair ginger, the 25th of March, and then 3 weeks ago, before I went on holiday with my brother and some friends, I dyed my hair this sort of colour in an attempt to get it to be more natural and lower maintenance. And then I went in the sea, and the sea said, "Oh no, but we love it when you're ginger." And it made me ginger again. So as soon as I got back, I said, I have to fix this. So I dyed my hair this colour using instant coffee from Bleach London, and I like the way this looks. And this is the closest to my natural colour that I have been for a very long time, as you have just seen. That is every hair colour I have had since I was 16. Thank you for tolerating me. And if you're interested, you can follow me on Instagram at Rainbow Frog Biscuits. You can have a look at my Patreon if you want. You'll get videos like this earlier. You could also have a look at my Spotify if you want, or Apple Music, or wherever you stream your favourite songs. You should add me to those. That's Rainbow Frog Biscuits as well. They're 3 separate words, no caps. No cap. I don't know why I just did that. That's disgusting. Anyway, I love you very much. I hope you have a wonderful day, night, morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is for you. And I hope you drink water because it's hot. And I hope you eat your favourite food today. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you very soon, hopefully. Goodbye!